Hi, this is Kathy Wright from the Collaborative for the Common Good.
And this is Lacey Ritter, and we are excited for you to learn a little bit about what we do on campus.
Yes, and if anything at all that you see or you hear intrigues you, we invite you to come and meet with us and find out a little bit more. So this is going to be kind of a tasting of what the Collaborative for the Common Good is all about. We're going to talk about who's involved, what we do, and really what we believe in, how we do the work that we do. And if it appeals to you, come on down, join the CCG family. So I think I'm going to talk, Lacey, if it's okay, a little bit about the purpose.
Yep.
So the Collaborative for the Common Good is 1 year old, August 1st. Happy birthday to us. But it was about a 2-year process where we discerned from listening to our community and our campus what was really important. From that, we distilled the purpose. So the purpose of the CCG is to improve the overall well-being of those who live and work and study in Eastern Union County. So that means the place, ecological well-being, the people, social well-being, and prosperity, the economic well-being. So we build upon existing resources because we are a certain size of university.
Yep.
So we definitely have to work smarter, not harder. So we also knew that we needed an imaginative hub where people can come with our ideas and get support, infrastructure, maybe some funding, and see where it goes. We do a lot of testing and evidence-based research so that we can figure out what is best for, well, not figure out what is best for our community, but how do we best serve our community? So there's all sorts of ways you can become involved. But that's really the how of the CCG.
Now, like Kathy mentioned, we do focus on what we call our triple bottom line, which is the ecological, sociological, and economic well-being of people in Eastern Union County. Most of our ideal projects are going to focus on all three of these. Some obviously will spend a little more time in one of these areas than another, but really our focus here is making sure that our changes that we're trying to aim for now are applicable in the future. So we focus on what we call our intergenerational aspects of learning, and we also want to make sure that our projects and things that we're doing to help both our communities here at Wingate University and our communities around Eastern Union County keep sustaining these benefits. And we do that really through what we call our participatory process or knowledge democracy. We do a lot of service learning and community engagement based products that really focus on our students working with faculty and staff along with our community partners to develop these projects where we need them the most and get the most gain out of it for everyone involved.
And I think one of the things we always talk about, Lacey, with all the different collaborators is we don't do 2 and we don't do 4. We do with.
Yep.
So we work with people, the power of coming together and collaborating. And that's why it ended up in the title of our institute is the Collaborative for the Common Good. So it's a physical manifestation, Dr. Brown said, of what our mission is: faith, knowledge, and service of our university. And it's really fun because you get to work with a lot of innovative people. How you do these 3 kind of main principles will change with every single person and every single project. So it's kind of fun.
Absolutely. And we'll talk later about some of the projects that we've done before, so you can see really just how inclusive the CCG is for whatever your idea as it comes.
Yeah. And as you get more rooted in our community, ideas will come to you. And we hope that you will come to kind of our CCG space, which is the 2nd floor of Wingate Baptist Church.
Yep.
It's a shared workspace. We have lots of different amenities that allow for this sharing and working and knowledge democracy. But bring your ideas there. Come and talk to us. And let's see where it goes.
Absolutely.
So I think one of the things you will hear often is laboratory of difference making. And so the kind of executive board and some of the thinkers around the collaborative said, what is that exactly? So a laboratory is very systematic. You ask propelling questions. I always say bold ambition. We try and do bold ambition in our laboratories. We have to be very agile. And as data comes in, we have to be agile enough to react to it. It might not be what you expect. But that is kind of the nature of how we do things. Now, of difference, it has to make a difference. So we could be studying the most intriguing thing, but to be a laboratory of difference making, it definitely has to be situated in our local community and larger community. It has to be trackable. It has to be demonstratable. It has to make a difference to somebody and some place and our economic, context. So I love that part of it, but the making part is I love that part because that means it's creative. It means that it's not linear thinking all the time, it's web thinking. And Lacey, you are one of the most creative people I know. And so seeing people come alive and creatively teach history and creatively teach psychology, making a difference and asking propelling questions, to me and to our team, that's what a laboratory of difference making means. And the CCG tries to live this.
Yes, 100% of the time. Sometimes it's harder than others, but it's always 100% rewarding.
Yeah,
and really
it's kind of
worth
messy.
It.
It is messier
Yes.
than a linear model, but it's so worthwhile.
Yes. And so that's really some of the things that motivate us in the CCG. We know that we are linked to everyone in our social worlds, whether they are a stranger or someone you room with. And so for us, it's really important that we focus on this common good, but remembering that the common good is also for us. So we're not, again, like Kathy said, doing to or for other people, we're doing with. Some of the most fun I've had this past year being part of the CCG was working with our seniors, especially with some of our students who got to go out and interview seniors for their needs-based kind of healthcare wishes. So we had a blast doing that, but getting those personal experiences is really what motivates a lot of us, I think.
And if you know anything, when you get to know me a little bit better, Thomas Berry said we can't have healthy people on a sick planet. So our people are connected to our place, and we also to prosperity, our economic system. So that's why we focus on all three, because it motivates us to do more. And I find that people are empowered and inspired to do more.
So, a little bit about us, since we are the talking heads behind this PowerPoint right now.
True.
We are part of the executive board. So, Kathy is our amazing executive director / wizardess. You can see her in the bottom left of the picture and running around campus being amazing.
Oh, but Lacey is in the bottom right hand, kind of longer blonde hair, and she's our wizardess of recruitment and project development. So, she is someone you definitely want to get to know. And then there's Candace Lepin.
Absolutely. Service Learning and Community Engagement Coordinator. And Erica Nyland, who is our Coordinator of Ecological Outreach, Campus Waste, and Sustainable Agricultural Development. So the four of us make up our executive board, but we have a ton of other amazing people on our team, along with Dr. Lepin and I, who have been working on adding service learning into our courses. We have Chris Harris and Nick DeLange, who work on an amazing project that is abbreviated down to the Alien Project. So be sure to meet up with them and ask about their adventures. We have Kristen Stowe working on her Econ 413 Economic Impact Project, Caitlin Perry and Sandy Mills working on green energy analysis as well. And so those projects always have our amazing students involved. We have about 71 students just in our service learning courses and another 120 about freshmen involved in our green energy data analysis. But we also feature some of our key students here just so you can get to know their names. You'll see some pictures off to the side. These are students who are either specific coordinators or interns working hand in hand or very closely with one of our coordinators or executive board members.
And they span from freshmen all the way up to grad students. And the fun part is every Friday we came together, their choice to come together on a Friday, so that they could cross-pollinate and help each other in their individual projects. And I found personally that was so rewarding when someone working on the leadership team was like, hey, I can help out with the Chalk It Up to Love program next Tuesday. And our garden manager's like, yeah, and I can bring some fresh produce for our teachers. And so that cross-pollination was what I really enjoyed about it. But our student interns are so passionate about making a difference in our community in such a diverse manner.
Oh, yeah.
And they had fun doing it. You can see by the big smiles on their faces.
Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. I don't know many people in general who would set up a meeting on a Friday. So
nope.
I know personally they're above me in that ability. So I'm lucky to work with them. That's for sure.
Wow, we've done quite a bit. We're not going to spend all the time on the data collected. We are evidence-based, meaning that we collect evidence so that will inform us our projects moving forward. So here's a few snapshots of the thousands of amazing memories and experience just from one semester. So we have had one full semester to kind of bring our dreams alive. And here is some of the data that we've collected. We have white papers, so if you get involved, This is part of our knowledge democracy, being able to write so our community members can understand, number one, but implement and kind of be empowered to new behaviors, and vice versa. We've had over almost 400 students involved in one semester. We have lots of projects. We have lots of RRB completed and improved proposals. So if you're looking forward towards tenure and your publications, we do workshops and we help with the process of getting you published, because that's one of the barriers that the faculty came to us and said, we don't have a lot of time to do this. Is that something the CCG can help? Because the more you publish and inform your kind of scholarship and your scholar community, it also helps our community. So we wanted to make sure that was a focus of the CCG as well. We have podcasts now.
Absolutely. We have a new podcast called Against the Grain. I will be sending out episodes for that as they come up. So stay tuned to hear a little bit more in depth about what the CCG does as well.
And one of the things I want to bring up is if you're like, hey, I'm new to this community, I've not lived here very long, I'd like to get to know my community outside the campus walls a little bit more, we have annual Root Summits. So we've had 2 thus far, meaning recognizing our opportunity to share, serve, support. That's the S at the end. The second year, first year we started with 40 people, and then people found out about it, and it went up to 95 in less than a week. And then our second Root Summit, we had close to 120 to 130. It was standing room only in February, just pre-COVID. But it's a time to share, get to know our community. So that might be something you want to get involved with.
Absolutely. It's been so much fun to do all of those. And if you have questions about any of these things or are interested in seeing what some of these artifacts look like, just reach out to us. We're more than happy to share.
Summer fun. So this summer, the executive board has dedicated time to get some of the planning and foundations put into place so that we can hit the ground running in the fall. So
absolutely.
Do you want to talk a little, Lacey, about what we're doing this summer?
Sure. As the recruitment part of my coordinator title, we've been focusing on getting more people involved, especially coming up this fall. So we've created 3 different social media accounts, which we will send you amazing, fantastic things on. So check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Our handle's the same. It's just CCG Wingate on all 3. We, again, also have that podcast, which I was talking about before, which we feature 4 different kinds of episodes looking at people working with or for or that the CCG is really proud of and excited about their developments. We are also kicking off our CCG apprenticeship program in the fall for people who are interested in doing something like this and are at various stages of the process, which includes where I was when I started, which was I would like to do this, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So we have formed that into an actual apprenticeship program that ranges an academic year of your choice, and it comes with a monetary stipend and the ability to learn the process and then implement it into the spring with help from the CCG, which is really cool. We're also
I always find if you have a little bit of structure, you'll try something new versus having to do it all yourself. So we kind of listen to people, and there'll be a series of workshops that'll help you throughout your academic career.
Yep. We also have a cultural leadership program that we're working on this summer, along with some diversity, equity, and inclusion stuff. We have some social and emotional learning curriculum being created for Upward Bound. We're working on the Food Council development, getting those papers out, projects and initiatives. Our Spanish translated food map just went out that our kids were working on, and they did a fantastic job. And along with that, looking at some student lyceum series in service learning. So be sure to check out our newsletters to get more information on this stuff.
And we're never kind of resting on our laurels in the CCG. We have many projects. You can notice that we have a series coming up. We have courses, health and wellness focused, living, learning communities, agricultural initiatives, and leadership. So you might be teaching history, English, psych, religion, all sorts of things, but you have a place, and we want you. So do you see yourself as part of our family? I hope you do. And if you have any questions at all, you want to learn more about what's happened or what's going to be happening, then you can contact Lacey Ritter at lritter@wingate.edu or me at Wright@wingate.edu.
We look forward to hearing from you. Enjoy the rest of your orientation.